Hello, my name is Hanna Rutina Vospotovic. I work in marketing for Axians Serbia. And here with me, our Andrei Gnatko, cybersecurity consultant. Hello, Andrei.
Fine. I'm really excited to be here today.
Yeah, me too. Today we are talking about insider threats and the common belief that it won't happen to us. So, what's your take on it?
I'd say that's quite widespread misconception because it's based on all concept that the threats only came from the external entities, and we just need to establish a strong perimeter, and it's enough for us to keep everything inside, and inside our trusted zone, we are okay, we are protected. However, the reality that once someone is trusted and inside our perimeter, there is actually a lack of oversight of what they're doing next. And those who became our insiders, they actually also can be a significant threat and can cause some reputational damage, financial damage, and even legal damage, especially if they're not detected in time.
Could you please describe what insider threat is all about?
Mhm. So we use term insider threat to refer to someone or something, typically within our organization, like employee, partner, or vendor or contractor who breaks the trust placed in them. And trust here is very important because all our society, all our business models based on trust. We invest in trust. We build it for years, and it's very essential to trust people, but equally important to have measures in place just to ensure that this trust was not misused. So we can keep this on the same page of mutual trust.
Yeah. So you mentioned contractors and partners as insider threats, and I thought it was only employees who posed such a risk.
Yeah, that's the case. While we think that employees are most of those insiders, they are not the only ones. Contractors, vendors, business partners who have access to our internal systems, to our very sensitive information, can actually also be a potential insider threats. This is a problem.
Yeah. So insider threats are not always malicious, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, many insiders are caused by negligence or just simple mistakes, called human error as well. For instance, employer can absolutely accidentally share some sensitive information or get caught by phishing scam, and those unintentional actions also be as harmful as malicious ones.
Yeah. So if I understand correctly, there are different types of insider threats.
Yeah, I'd say we have like three different categories. The first one is intentional malicious insiders. Those individuals intentionally do harm to our company, and due to grievance, due to disagreement with our policy, or just simply for personal financial gain, and not even financial, for their fame or whatever. The second group is unintentionally. There is negligent or accidental insiders. This is a person who unintentionally put organization at risk by, for example, sharing sensitive information in social media, or just took some talk fairly in the public about company affairs that should be like keep secret. And the third one is compromised insiders. Those persons actually even they were targeted by some external entities, some malicious actors, and they could be attacked through phishing, social engineer, or malware. And once they attacked and the attack was successful, our compromised insider maybe even not aware what's going on because all malicious, some strange actions happen on their behalf and they're just not aware. And of course, all these three types they have completely different approach to manage them and different strategies how to mitigate it.
And in your opinion, which of those type of insider threats is most dangerous?
Well, it depends on the situation, depends on the threat model, business, and industry. But I'd say there are two major groups. One for privileged accounts and the account who have sensitive access to data. The first one, this is the traditional system administrators. They might not have a direct access to a specific system with the sensitive data, but they can manage this access. They can grant the remote access, and they also can manipulate with the configuration of security systems. Now, they can temporarily disable it, so make other attack successful. And speaking about the people who have access to the sensitive system, of course, this is the top level, but don't forget about their assistants. Sometimes we just doesn't take a proper overlook over them. So check who have access to which system. Once again, those people could be compromised, and they became compromised insiders, and they can actually do lots of harm from their actual on behalf of them. And this is the problem.
Yeah. And what help an organization detect insider threats?
Well, I'd say the detection of any insider threats requires a mix of technology and awareness. It's challenging because those people got their access to the system officially. They are authorized to do that, and you need to check for some unusual events and actions taken by these employees or actors. For example, accessing some files or network resources that were never done before. Unusual, new, unknown devices appearing on the network. This is also silence. Something strange is happening. And of course, like some actions taken on your system after hours, and it was not the maintenance task. And to detect those indicators, we have tools on the market how to get these events to be detected. First of all, this is a traditional CIM, that's a security information management, just to collect the logs, store it, and analyze them. Then there is the identity and identity access management systems to handle authentication and authorization processes. Network monitoring tools, because we are all working in the networks, and just to check the network connection, we can understand the traffic flows and the information flow inside our system and check for something unusual. Privileged access management. This system allows to record all the actions done by the administrators during their sessions. And of course, I think the most advanced one is the user and entity behavioral analytics. Usually those tools leverages capabilities of machine learning just to analyze the large scope of data and to find some patterns that explain their usual behavior, or it shows some deviant behavior to watch over, so to check on something is wrong here. And when those set of tools are properly configured, they can provide absolutely visible insights into activities that can help detect any potential issues before they even come to.
Yeah. Wow, that's really an impressive set of tools. But when you mention entity, what does it mean? Is it some kind of user?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thanks for asking. By entity, usually we understand some non-human user, because most of modern IT infrastructure is managed by computers, services, service account, software agent. And if these also non-human entities could be compromised or misconfigured, they can pose significant threat as a sign of threats, especially when you don't have 100% control over it. For example, agent of the cloud-based solution can receive updates or commands from the vendors and without your direct approval. And in some situation, it can cause a real big outages or even breakdowns.
Now that sounds really concerning.
Oh yeah.
Well, how can we prevent from inside
Yeah, the prevention also it's a mix of administrative policies and technical controls. I think the key points here is like we should do our employee screening during hiring process because we need to understand the background, some references, just to establish initial trust, to build that our reputation to each other. Also, strong role-based access controls. You should ensure that people only have access to information they need, following principle of least privilege and need to know. Of course, regularly update your own security practices and policies just by adoption new emerging best practice from the industry. Of course, encrypt all sensitive data because even if it was encrypted and somehow leaked outside of the organization, they will have to decrypt it without it make no sense. It's just a pile of data. And of course, you should monitor all employees' actions and check for behavioral indicators with, of course, respect to privacy. And among the indicators, I would once again point several important things. Strange access attempts, strange behavior, changing the behavior. For example, arguing with colleagues or just conflicting attempts to bypass security. Usually users shouldn't do that. If you detect these attempts, at least you should investigate what's going on. And of course, you should also monitor the, let's say, financial situation of your employee. For example, in case of financial troubles or on opposite, unusual spending, or like suddenly affording expensive items, this is also could be a red flag. If manager suddenly shows up with a new expensive car that seems beyond their salary, it might be worth looking how it was acquired. It could be also some signal, something strange going on in the background.
Yeah, and from what I heard, it looks like insider threats can impact any company, regardless of size.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I strongly believe that insider threats can affect absolutely any company on any side, from like small family-owned business to large corporations. The difference only in the threat model. It describes what kind of a threat we expect depending on our risks, on our assets. For example, small online shop may not need some advanced tool for privileged access management. On the other side, large corporations should invest on some cool stuff like user behavioral analytics, but you should invest in cybersecurity tools with like cost-effective approach, of course.
Yeah. So it's all clear now. And in conclusion, what would be your advice for our audience?
Well, I summarize based on several thoughts. Know your data, know your assets, and know your crew. It's like good old principle, know your client from compliance, but this is the same. You should know your inventory. Know environment. Use monitoring tools to keep an eye on this environment and look for indicators that can catch potential issue very quickly, while protecting against external threats. Don't underestimate the risk of insiders. Implement strong security controls. Limit privileges to have only necessary access to reduce all insider. And lastly, I would strongly suggest shift from good old trust but verify concept to the new advanced approach. Never trust, always verify. And this is a part of trust and zero trust architecture that is quite popular now in cybersecurity.
Right. Well, we truly appreciate your sharing your expertise with us. And I think the information you provided here is not only insightful, but also very practical. Thank you for the great discussion.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Okay, you're welcome.